Hello and welcome to the Meeting Your Soul Chakra Meditations. I am overjoyed that you're here and can't wait to dive into our first chakra, our root chakra, or in Sanskrit, referred to as Muladhara. It is associated with the color red, and more importantly, it's aligned with this idea of feeling safe and secure within our bodies and within our environments. This chakra is developed over the first 5 to 7 years of our life and has a lot of correlations with our upbringing and our needs being met as young children. And if you feel a disruption within this energetic center, it's more often connected with this idea of fear, of feeling like anxious, feeling scared, or like not knowing if our needs are going to be met or if we're going to be okay. And that can manifest in a lot of different ways. And there's a lot of, inner work that can be done associated with this chakra, but I'm going to just offer a few different tips and things that you can incorporate to ease yourself on this very energetic level and to hopefully be able to dive into some of the deeper work with a specialist. Okay, and that could be a therapist that's familiar with this, maybe a yoga teacher, someone within your life that's going to be able to do a deep dive, and particularly how this comes up within your psyche, within your approach to relationships and everything in between. Because if you think about our foundation, it really is the groundwork that everything else is built from. So it's extremely important in order to have an awareness of it, but then also to recognize when we're feeling out of balance, to be able to bring ourselves back into balance. And I have struggled with anxiety for a large portion of my life. And it's one of the things that I recognize that I was always so in my head. I was always within this like almost catastrophizing of what could happen, that I was really missing out on what was actually occurring right in front of me and within the present moment. And so I've incorporated a lot of these like tips that I'm going to share with you within my own personal life, and they've been extremely effective. So I hope that they'll also be beneficial for you to try out as well. So one, just kind of balancing through the chakras, we'll start here and then move our way up. One of my favorite practices to do that I do on a regular basis is earthing. So I'll actually take my shoes off and walk around in the grass. There's a ton of studies that show the importance of doing this on a regular basis, and that it helps clear toxins out from our bodies and also allows our nervous systems to reset, to recalibrate, and to really slow down. And I think when we're also doing these types of exercise, we're not necessarily rushing to the next task. So it's an opportunity for us to just breathe and really arrive within our bodies and our breath. And you can do this meditation while you're earthing or while you're outside, and you can sit in grass, an amazing way to start off the day or maybe even end your day. Another exercise that you can do is simply immerse yourself in nature. Go for a long walk out in your neighborhood, go to the beach, go to a full-on forest if it's available to you, or even out into the desert if that's where you live. Wherever it is, just be surrounded by nature, be able to get out of this access to technology, which tends to always be around us, and to be able to really slow down and tune in with yourself and what you need in that moment. Another exercise that I often will do is this idea of, finding more grounding yoga practices, like Malasana, squat position, a simple Sukhasana, simple seat, or even legs up the wall, allowing your legs to be lifted up the wall, but grounding through your top body, which helps ground our bottom half and really helps turn our parasympathetic nervous system on. Affirmations that are associated with this chakra are: I feel safe, I am secure, I am loved, I am seen, I can be authentic and myself and still be accepted. And it's really this idea of being able to allow yourself to be the fullest expression, to be able to be seen by those around you, knowing that you will be accepted and loved either way, and being confident and secure enough within who you are to be able to deflect anything that's negative that comes your way. And that's where we fall into that more balanced state, to be really centered in who you are and grounded in your own truth. Okay, so I'm going to also guide you through a meditation that will allow you to be able to tap into that energy, to be able to help soothe you if you're feeling a little topsy-turvy, you feel like things are a little overwhelming. It can be an excellent opportunity to pull it all back in and to ground down. Okay, all right, so find a comfortable seat. I do encourage you to have both feet on the ground here, okay? So go ahead and root through your heels, get really heavy within your pelvis, and even imagine like a bowl of soup within your pelvic bowl. Yep, and then just make sure both sides are even so that soup's not spilling out either side. And then from there, find length through the rest of your spine and torso all the way through to your crown. Okay, place your hands down onto your thighs or maybe even off to the side onto whatever furniture you're sitting on, or if even better, if you're on the ground or you're on the earth or in grass, put your hands next to the earth, onto the earth as well. Okay, go ahead and close your eyes. Start to feel whatever texture is under your toes. Feel the soles of your feet. Maybe rub side to side as you pull some of your attention down all the way into your feet. Start to feel your breath slow down, smoothing out each inhale and exhale. Allow that same heavy energy to transfer up into your calves and your shins, from your knees down. And then switch some of your awareness into your quads and your legs, all the way into your hips and your pelvis. Allow your shoulders to relax away from your ears, but there to be this kind of silent strength within your belly and your core. Now, once you're at this more relaxed state, go ahead and take a big breath in. And a nice easeful breath out. 2 more times like that. Fill up. And let it out. One last time, biggest breath yet. Inflate. Expand, and then exhale, ground all the way back into your hips, your thighs, your shins, down into your feet and the earth below you. Now start to imagine your spine as the center of a tree. Imagine roots growing from your seat into the earth below you. And getting those roots as deep and as far away as possible, spreading, growing, connecting to Mother Earth below. Allow them to spread as far and wide as you can. Recognizing that the deeper and stronger that our roots are, the less the winds and the rest of our external environment can sway us. A branch can break, leaves will fall, and they'll regrow. But our roots remain the same. Spread them a little bit further, seeing how deep your roots can grow. Maybe even imagine them going all the way down into the earth's core, breaking through the crust, growing further and further away, sturdying our foundation. Now repeat within your mind as you imagine this beautiful tree that you have evolved and grown into. Maybe even visualizing what kind of tree it is, the texture of your bark, the size of your leaves. Are you bearing fruit? Do you flower? Dreaming up all the details that you can, embodying what this tree represents to you and how you're showing up in this world. And once you've worked out all the details, continue on if you'd like. But repeating after me within your mind, or maybe even out loud if you feel comfortable. Inhale, I am. Exhale, safe. Breathe in, I am. Exhale, grounded. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, stable. Continue on repeating those 3 mantras, or maybe even incorporating one of your own. Wrapping up in the next few moments, repeating it as many times as you'd like. And not only saying them in the superficial sense, but really imagining how that would show up within your life. How would your world be different? How would your perspective be different? How would your approach be different if these phrases were true? If you live them day in and day out. Begin to open your eyes. Place your hands back onto your legs. Maybe give them a little rub. Wiggle your toes and your feet. And once again, repeat whatever mantra stood out that resonated the most with you. Inhale, I am. Exhale, your word of choice. Bring your palms to touch, thumbs to your sternum. Rubbing your hands together here, feeling an energy start to build. And from that place within our hearts, our thumbs reach up to our third eye, the space in between our eyebrows, as a way to ground not only our bodies, but also our minds. Aligning with your highest self in the most interconnected kind of way. Practical, aware, in tune, and centered. Thank you so much for joining me for this root chakra meditation. I hope it was useful for you. Let me know if it's benefited you, and I hope to see you again. Join in for all of the rest of the chakra meditations, working up from our root all the way up through to our crown. You can purchase each individual meditation or an entire pack that encompasses all 7 together. Namaste.